Tonight, my child, I speak to you in the stillness of this holy night. I come close to the place where you are resting. I lean over your tired heart, and I invite you to surrender everything into my hands. Your fears, your failures, your worries, your secrets, every unspoken thought that presses on your chest and does not let you breathe in peace. I see how heavy this day was for you. I see the weight that did not leave your shoulders for a long time. I see the tension in your body that even sleep cannot fully loosen. And I say to you now, come to me. Give yourself to my spirit. Let me carry what you have tried to carry alone for so long. This moment is not just a prayer whispered before sleep. It is a meeting between your fragile soul and my eternal spirit. It is a doorway through which my presence enters your room. It is the gentle touch of heaven reaching your heart. I want you to feel that I am not far away. I am here, closer than your next breath. My child, I invite you to slow down inside. Breathe in deeply and let the air fill your lungs. Breathe out gently and let your shoulders soften. With each breath, imagine that you are inhaling my peace and exhaling your anxiety. You are not doing this alone. My Holy Spirit is breathing with you and in you now. You carry many questions in your mind. You wonder if real change is possible for you. You wonder if healing is still available after so much disappointment and so many attempts. And I tell you, yes, healing is not only possible, it is already beginning as you open your heart and listen to my voice in this night. Allow my spirit to move through you like a river that knows every hidden corner of the ground it crosses. I move through your thoughts, through your memories, through the images that still hurt when you remember them. I move through your body, through the places that ache, through the spaces that feel weak and tired. I touch your mind where worries keep turning in circles. I touch the memories that you try to ignore but that come back in the dark. I touch the exhaustion that you cannot explain to others. And with every gentle touch I pour in comfort, clarity, and rest. I am not here to accuse you. I am here to heal you. Tonight I invite you to make a decision deep inside yourself, a quiet decision that no one else needs to see. Choose to stop fighting against my love and begin to surrender to it. Choose to believe that my spirit is stronger than any storm that has passed through your life until now. I know that you have already prayed many times, and sometimes you felt that nothing changed. I know that there are nights when you repeat words without feeling their warmth, but this night is different, because now you are not just saying words. Now you are letting my presence enter the spaces those words could not reach. My child, you do not need to impress me with perfect expressions. You do not need to speak in a beautiful way to be heard by heaven. The simple sigh of your heart is already a prayer. The tear that almost falls but you hold back is already a cry that I see. And I respond to these simple and honest offerings. Let my spirit come down upon you like a soft light that fills the room, not a harsh light that exposes and shames, but a warm and gentle light that shows you are loved, you are wanted, you are not an accident, you are not forgotten, you are a beloved soul resting under my gaze. I invite you now to imagine my hand resting over your heart. My hand is steady and kind. It does not force. It does not push. It simply rests there and brings calm. With that calm comes the assurance that you can let go little by little. You do not have to control everything. You can rest in me. You have tried to be strong for everyone. You have tried to smile so others would not worry. You have hidden your tiredness so as not to be a burden. But with me you do not need to pretend. You can be weak. You can be broken. You can be exactly how you are, and I will still call you my precious child. As you listen to my words, allow my spirit to slowly untie the knots in your chest. Let the pressure lessen. Let the inner noise become softer. Even if your circumstances have not changed yet, your heart can begin to change in my presence. The ground of your soul can become softer under the rain of my grace. My child, I want you to know that you were never meant to walk through life without the comfort of my spirit. Your heart was made to be a dwelling place for my presence. Your mind was made to be renewed by my thoughts. Your body was made to be sustained by my strength in moments of weakness. You carry visible pain that your body feels and invisible pain that only your soul knows. Both matter to me. I care about the ache in your back and the heaviness in your mind. I care about the tension in your neck and the sorrow in your memory. My healing is not partial. I move through every layer of your being. As you lie there, maybe on a simple bed, in a simple room, I want you to understand that this place is not small for me. I am not limited by walls or distance. This simple room is enough for a holy encounter. This quiet night is enough for a new beginning between your heart and my spirit. My child, let us start by breathing together again. Breathe in gently and silently. Tell me in your heart, "Here I am, Lord." Breathe out and silently surrender one worry, one fear, one memory into my hands. It does not have to be all at once. Surrender can begin with one small thing that you choose to release. I see the way you sometimes blame yourself for not having more faith, for not being stronger, for falling again into the same patterns. And I want to tell you, I am not surprised by your weakness. I saw all of it and I still chose to love you. I still chose to come close to you tonight. Your journey has not been easy. There were moments when you thought about giving up on your dreams, on your calling, sometimes even on yourself. There were nights when the silence felt heavy and you felt abandoned. But even in those moments my spirit was there, waiting patiently for the day you would open the door again. Tonight I knock on the door of your heart, not with noise but with tenderness. I do not break it down. I invite you to open from the inside, because love always respects your freedom. I will not force your trust, but I will stay here by the door, whispering hope until you feel safe enough to let me in. My child, when you allow me to enter, I do not come with a list of everything you did wrong. I come with a basin and water to wash your tired feet. I come with oil to pour over your wounds. I come with bread for your hunger and living water for your thirsty soul. I come to serve your heart with mercy. This night, I call you to lift your eyes not to the things that have hurt you, but to my presence that is greater than all of them. Lift your inner gaze to me, even if your physical eyes are closed. Look toward me from the inside, and you will find that help does not rise from the earth but descends from my heart to yours. I want you to understand that my spirit is not a distant force. My spirit is my living presence in you. I am the one who knows how your heart beats when you are afraid. I am the one who feels the tremble in your hands. I am the one who hears the words you never dare to say out loud. As you let my words sink in, feel the ground under you supporting your body, feel the pillow holding your head, and know that in a much deeper way I am the one supporting your soul. I am the safe place underneath every place, the invisible foundation that keeps you from falling into total despair. My child, do not be afraid of your vulnerability in front of me. You are not too broken for my hands. You are not too complicated for my wisdom. You are not too late for my timing. Every breath you still take is a sign that I continue to write your story with patience and love. I invite you to imagine your worries like stones that you hold tightly in both hands. Feel their weight. Feel how they have tired you. Then one by one place them at my feet in your imagination. See how your hands become lighter. See how your heart has more space for peace as you release what you were never meant to carry alone. I know there is a part of you that is afraid to let go, because control feels like protection. But my child, true protection is not in your control, it is in my care. When you surrender control, you do not fall into emptiness, you fall into my arms. You fall into the embrace of the one who knows you completely and loves you completely. In this holy night, I walk through the memories of your day with you. I see the moments that brought you joy. I see the moments that hurt. I see the simple acts you tried to do with love, and I bless them. I take the heaviness of what went wrong and I cover it with my mercy. I take the beauty of what was good and I preserve it in my heart. Let my spirit settle over you like a calm blanket, not to trap you, but to cover you in warmth and protection. Imagine my presence resting over your mind, over your chest, over your whole body. Every place that feels cold and lonely begins to warm slowly in the fire of my love. My child, you do not have to earn this love tonight. You do not have to prove anything to be allowed to rest in me. I loved you before you ever tried to be good. I loved you in the middle of your failures, and I will love you when you rise again. My love is the constant ground beneath every changing moment of your life. Now, as this first part of our time together moves deeper into quiet, I invite you once more, whisper in your heart if you can, Jesus, I give you my night. Jesus, I give you my fear. Jesus, I give you my heart. Even if your words are simple and imperfect, my spirit hears them as a beautiful song rising from your soul. Stay here with me, my child, in this gentle space where you can finally stop pretending to be strong, where you can simply be held. This is the beginning of a long work of healing that my spirit will do in you, and tonight we are taking the first soft and holy steps together. My child, now my words go deeper into the mystery of healing. I turn your attention gently from the surface of your day to the inner rooms of your being. I invite you to let my spirit walk through those rooms with you, not as a stranger but as the one who created you and knows every detail hidden within. I see your body. I see the tiredness that you sometimes ignore. I see the places that ache, the muscles that feel heavy, the nerves that have carried too much tension, and I want you to know that none of this is small to me. I care about every part of you that hurts. As you lie in this quiet place, imagine my spirit moving slowly through your body like a gentle stream. It touches your head and calms the tight thoughts. It moves down to your neck and shoulders and loosens the load you have carried. It continues through your chest and softens the weight that sat there all day. I pass through your heart, my child. Not only the physical heart that beats in your chest, but the heart that feels and remembers. I see the moments of fear that made it beat faster. I see the moments of sadness that made it feel heavy, and I lay my hand upon it with deep tenderness. Let each breath you take become a small act of trust. Breathe in and let my peace enter your lungs. Breathe out and allow the worry to leave. Think of my spirit as the pure air that fills every corner of you, bringing strength where there was weakness and calm where there was agitation. I move through your blood, that quiet river that never stops flowing. I see how it travels through every part of you without rest, and I speak my life over it. I speak balance where there was imbalance. I speak order where there was confusion. I speak renewal where there was fatigue. I visit your organs one by one, the ones you never see but that work constantly in silence. I come to your heart, your lungs, your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, your hidden inner parts, and I bless them with my presence. I speak over them the promise that they are not abandoned, they are held in my care. My child, there are places in your body where old pain has tried to live for a long time, pain that became familiar, pain that you almost accepted as part of who you are. Tonight I come to remind you that pain is not your identity. You are not defined by symptoms or by past wounds. You are defined by my love for you. Allow my spirit to touch those areas gently. You do not need to force anything. Just allow. Imagine that my light, soft and warm, rests on the part of your body that hurts most. Maybe it is your head, your back, your chest, your joints. Wherever it is, picture my hand over it bringing warmth and relief. I also move through your nervous system, through the lines that carry signals of pain, fear, and tension. I know how often your body stays in alert, as if danger never truly goes away. I know how hard it is for you to relax, and I speak a new word over your nerves. The word peace. As my spirit moves, the inner alarm that has been sounding for so long begins to quiet down. The constant inner readiness for trouble begins to soften. Your body learns again how to rest, not only to sleep for a few hours, but to truly rest in the knowledge that I am watching over you. My child, I do not look at your body with judgment. I do not compare it to others. I see it as something precious that has carried you through every season. It has been strong for you, even when you felt weak, and tonight I pour honor over it. I call it a temple that I desire to heal and fill with my glory. Now I turn to your mind, the place where thoughts rise like waves. I know how many voices have spoken there, voices of fear, of criticism, of doubt, voices from the past and voices from the present. They have often been louder than my whisper, and your mind has grown tired from trying to fight them. Let my spirit come into that inner sky. Imagine the restless thoughts like clouds moving quickly and darkly, and imagine my light appearing behind them. One by one the clouds begin to thin and move aside. My light does not shout, it simply remains, steady and gentle, until the storm inside your mind fades. I touch the memories that make your chest tighten, those moments that you replay when you are alone. I see the scenes you wish had never happened. I see the words that still echo in you, and I wrap those memories in my mercy. I do not erase your story, but I begin to remove the poison that those moments left behind. Some memories still carry shame. You look at your past and judge yourself harshly. You call yourself foolish or unworthy. But I stand inside your story with a different gaze. I see a heart that tried to love. I see a soul that was wounded. I see a child who needed comfort, and I respond not with condemnation but with compassion. My child, allow my spirit to rewrite the meaning of those memories. They are not proofs that you are lost. They can become places where my grace shines. The very wounds that once looked like endings can become doors through which healing enters. Nothing in your story is beyond my ability to redeem. Now I move even deeper, into the place where you keep what you never say to anyone, the hidden fears, the secret doubts, the quiet disappointments with yourself and even with me. I know they are there, and yet I do not turn away. I step closer, I sit with you in that place, and I invite you to open that hidden door slowly. You are afraid that if you show me what is really inside, I will leave or be angry, but I tell you with all my heart, I already know what is there, and I remain, I stay, I choose you again and again. I see the dark corners and I bring a lantern, not to expose you to shame, but to show you that even there I am present. As my light enters this inner room, you may feel emotions rise, perhaps sadness, perhaps relief, perhaps tears. Do not push them away. Let them come like a small rain after a long dry season. Every tear that falls in my presence waters the ground of your soul so that new life can grow. I speak to the places where you feel broken beyond repair. I hear the inner sentences that say nothing will ever change, nothing can be healed, and I answer them with my own sentence. With me all things are possible, not because you are strong, but because my spirit is at work even when you feel nothing and see nothing. My child, the healing I bring is not always a sudden flash. Sometimes it is a slow dawn, light spreading quietly from one corner of your being to another. Tonight is part of that dawn, a gentle beginning, a holy process that will continue while you sleep and in the days that follow. Now once more, come back to your breath. Feel your chest rising and falling. Know that with each breath I am closer than the air you breathe. My spirit surrounds every atom of your body. My care holds every thought, every emotion, every secret pain. Nothing in you is outside my reach. I speak over you these words of blessing. May your body find rest in my presence. May your mind grow quiet under my hand. May your soul feel sheltered under my wings. May every part of you, seen and unseen, begin to believe that healing is not a distant dream but a living work I am doing in you tonight. Let your whole being now lie in my arms like a child who no longer needs to stay awake to protect itself. This is the meaning of surrender. Not to be abandoned but to be fully held. While you let go, I hold on. While you close your eyes, I keep watch. While you fall asleep, my spirit continues to move through your body, your mind, and your soul with gentle and unceasing love. My child, now I turn your heart toward my protection in the night. I know how darkness can make fears louder, how silence can make worries grow, and I come to speak to you as the one who guards you when the world grows quiet. You have walked through days where you had to be alert and strong. You watched over many things, responsibilities, tasks, people, and sometimes you felt that if you relaxed, everything would fall apart. Tonight I invite you to step out of that constant guard and to let me be your guardian. I am the one who watches when you sleep. I am the one who stands by your bed when you are no longer able to stand. I am the one who sees every breath you take in the middle of the night, and I say to you now, my child, you are not alone in the dark, you are under my care. There were nights when fear came close to you like a shadow, maybe through anxious thoughts, maybe through memories that return without invitation, maybe through a heavy feeling that you could not explain, and you wondered in your heart if you were truly safe, if anyone really saw what you were going through. I speak to those questions with my presence. I wrap you in my unseen arms, and I say, your help comes from me. I am the Lord who made heaven and earth. I am higher than the mountains of your problems, deeper than the valleys of your sadness, stronger than any darkness that tries to surround you. My child, I do not close my eyes in the night. I do not grow tired. I do not fall asleep when you do. While you lie down and your thoughts begin to slow, my spirit continues to move around you and within you, like a gentle watchman who never leaves his post. I stand at the door of your room. I stand at the door of your heart. I stand between you and every form of evil that tries to approach. Nothing passes without my knowledge. Nothing reaches you without passing through my wisdom and my love. Sometimes you felt unprotected, maybe because people who should have cared did not, maybe because words that should have comforted instead caused wounds, and now your heart trembles in secret, expecting disappointment even from me. But I tell you, I am not like those who failed you. My faithfulness does not change with time. You may not always feel my protection. Feelings are like the wind. They rise and fall. But my presence is like the ground beneath your feet, always there, even when you forget to notice, even when your heart is too tired to feel anything at all. I am the shade at your right hand. This means I stand close, not far away. I shield you from the burning heat of afflictions. I keep you in the middle of trials that could have destroyed you. There are dangers you never saw because my hand was already raised over you before they reached your life. Think for a moment of the times you thought you would not make it through. The nights when you believed all hope was gone, and yet you were here, listening to my voice, breathing, still capable of turning your heart to me. This is not an accident. My protection has been with you even in the seasons when you felt abandoned. My child, I guard not only your body, I guard your soul. Others see only the outside. They may see your smile or your silence, but I see the deep movements of your inner world. I see where sadness tries to take root, where fear builds small prisons, where guilt tries to speak louder than my grace. I extend my hand into those inner places and I say, peace, be still. I tell your stormy thoughts to rest. I tell your frightened heart to take refuge under my wings. I tell the voice of accusation to be silenced by the voice of my mercy. I am your refuge, your fortress, your safe place in every season. You worry about the future, about what will come, about what you cannot control, but I already stand in your tomorrows. Nothing surprises me. Nothing arrives in your life without passing through my knowledge. I am the one who walks ahead of you to prepare the way and stands behind you to guard your steps. You also look back at your past and feel fear that it will return. You dread the repetition of old pains. But my child, I am over your past as well. I cover what you did not understand with my compassion. I cover what hurt you with my healing hand. I cover what you lost with my promise that your story is not finished yet. When you lie down tonight, I invite you to imagine that you are resting under great and gentle wings, strong enough to stop any attack, soft enough to comfort your heart. Under these wings you can breathe, you can cry, you can sleep, you can simply be, without needing to perform or to impress anyone. I do not only protect you from what is outside, I also protect you from what grows inside when you are tired, despair, bitterness, hopelessness. These are like slow poisons for your soul, and my spirit moves against them like a healing antidote. I whisper truth where lies have lived. I whisper love where fear sat in silence. My child, I know that you sometimes imagine the worst. Your mind runs ahead to dark possibilities, and your heart feels small in front of them. But tonight I ask you to bring those imagined fears to me. Place them into my hands. Let me carry what you are not meant to carry alone. Let me hold your future while you rest in the present. You are afraid of being unprotected when you sleep, because in sleep you cannot control anything. You cannot watch. You cannot defend yourself, and that feels risky. But this is where trust is born. Trust begins when you allow yourself to be weak and believe that I will be strong for you. Close your eyes knowing that I remain awake. Let your body sink into the bed knowing that I am the one truly holding you. Release the tension in your shoulders knowing that if anything matters to you, it matters even more to me, and my hands are far more capable than yours. When your thoughts begin to wander to dark places, gently bring them back to me. Imagine you are lifting your eyes from the shadows around your bed to a high mountain of light in the distance. That mountain is my presence. Your help does not come from your own strength. It comes from me, the Lord who made everything and who holds everything together. I guard your coming in and your going out. This means that there is no moment of your day and night that escapes my attention. When you step out of your house, I am there. When you return, I am there. When you sit down in silence, I am there. When you try to sleep and cannot, I am there. Nothing about you is forgotten. Think of all the small journeys you make each day, to your work, to your tasks, to your relationships, to your thoughts. In every journey my presence walks beside you like a faithful friend. Sometimes you sense me, sometimes you do not, but I am always close, always near, always ready to comfort and guide. My child, you have often felt that you must protect yourself because others misused your trust, and so you built walls inside. You closed doors. You kept parts of your heart locked, perhaps even from me. I do not rush those doors. I simply stand outside them with patience and love, waiting for the day you feel safe enough to open. Tonight can be the beginning of that opening, not all at once, but step by step. Start by letting me protect one small part of you, maybe a fear about tomorrow, maybe a memory from yesterday, maybe a worry about someone you love. Place just that one thing into my hands and see that I do not drop it. I hold it with care. You do not need to pretend that you feel no fear. I am not asking you to deny your emotions. I am inviting you to bring them to me, to share them with me, to let me sit with you inside them. My protection is not only a shield outside you, it is also my presence sitting beside you when you are shaking. I cover you tonight not with a cold metal shield, but with a warm mantle of love. This love does not promise that life will never be hard, but it promises that you will never be left alone in hardship, that everything you walk through, you will walk through with me, hand in hand, heart in heart. As the night grows deeper and the world grows more quiet, remember that you are not invisible, not to me. I read every sigh. I count every breath. I know every small movement of your heart. If a single tear appears and you wipe it away quickly, I still see it, and it is precious to me. My child, hear this and let it rest in you. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not the darkness of the night, not the fear in your chest, not the mistakes of your past, not the uncertainty of your future. My spirit surrounds you on every side, above you, beneath you, before you, behind you. So lie down now under my unseen wings. Let your body soften. Let your hands relax. Let your jaw release its tightness. Let your mind rest from trying to solve everything. I am your protector. I am your guardian. I am your safe place. While you sleep, I will keep watch. While you dream, I will stay near. And when the morning comes, you will rise under the same love that is covering you now. My child, now I lead you into the quiet mystery of what happens while you sleep, when your eyes are closed and your hands are no longer working. My spirit continues to move with a love that never grows tired. You often think that progress only happens when you are awake and active, when you are doing something, when you can see and measure results. Yet many of the deepest works of my spirit in you are done in silence, in hiddenness, in the long gentle hours of the night. When you lie down and surrender your body to rest, you are stepping into a place where you can no longer control. You cannot watch every detail. You cannot manage every thought. And in that very place my spirit begins to work more freely, because you have finally stopped trying to carry everything alone. As your breathing becomes slower and your thoughts start to fade like distant echoes, I walk through the inner rooms of your being. I pass through your body, your mind, and your soul with a steady and tender presence. I touch what needs to be healed. I rebuild what has been shaken. I strengthen what has grown weak. My child, imagine that your whole being is a house. During the day you stand at the door, you meet people, you move from room to room. At night you lie down and the house grows still. And this is when I, the master builder, enter quietly to repair what has been damaged by the weight of life. I begin with your tired body. While you sleep, your muscles release the tension they held through the day. your heart slows its rhythm, your nerves begin to calm, and in this tender state my spirit moves through you like a gentle healer, visiting each part of you that has silently asked for relief. There are small injuries that you ignored, small aches you pushed aside, small signs of exhaustion that you told yourself did not matter. I see them all, and as you sleep I pour my care into those fragile places. I whisper to your cells to renew, to restore, to regain balance. Your brain also rests from its constant spinning. During the day it carried decisions, conversations, worries, and expectations. At night, as you sleep, I help it to reorder, to clean, to release what is no longer needed. My spirit moves through even the hidden pathways of your mind with clarity and light. Sometimes you wake up and feel lighter without knowing why. Sometimes you notice that a thought which once tormented you is softer. Sometimes you realize that a fear has lost a little of its power. This is the fruit of what my spirit has been doing in the silent hours when you thought nothing was happening. My child, I do not waste a single moment of your night. Even when your sleep feels heavy or interrupted, even when dreams are confusing, my presence is still there, working beneath the surface, like roots growing under the ground where no human eye can see, preparing new life that will rise in time. When you drift into sleep, I can touch your heart without the noise of the day. The voices of others grow distant. The demands of the world step back, and it becomes easier for your heart to hear the quiet language of my spirit, a language of peace, of assurance, of gentle love. There are questions you carried all day that did not find an answer. You tried to solve them with your own strength, and they only became heavier. As you sleep, I lift the weight of those questions from your shoulders and hold them in my hands. I work on what you cannot fix alone, in a way and in a timing that is filled with wisdom. You sometimes believe that nothing is changing because you do not see it yet. But my child, seeds do not grow in an instant. They rest in the dark earth before they break open. So it is with your healing, with your growth, with your inner renewal. Much of it is happening now, quietly, while you rest in me. Even your dreams can become a place of my work. I can bring comfort into images that your heart understands. I can release buried emotions in gentle ways. I can show you that you are not abandoned, even in the world behind your closed eyes. My spirit walks softly beside you. I also guard the doorway of your rest. I stand at the edge of your thoughts and do not allow the flood of fear to drown you. When nightmares try to rise, when old memories attempt to shout again, my presence stands as a firm wall. And even when something disturbs you, I limit its power and call you back to my peace. My child, while the world sleeps and forgets, I remember you. I remember your needs, your battles, your hopes, and I weave my care into the deep fabric of your being. I strengthen the threads that were breaking. I mend the places that were torn. I prepare you for the morning that will come. You may think that rest is a waste of time, that silence is unproductive, but in my kingdom, rest is holy and needed. Silence is fertile ground. When you choose to lie down and release the day into my hands, you are not losing time. You are entering into a different kind of work, the work I do in you. breath by breath, your whole being is bathed in my presence. Your lungs fill with air and release it, and with each gentle rhythm my spirit whispers, you are safe, you are loved, you are held. Even if your mind does not hear every word, your soul receives them like soft rain on a thirsty field. I cleanse your inner atmosphere. I clear away the dust of accusations, of harsh words, of self-blame that settled over you during the day. I open the windows of your soul and let the fresh wind of my spirit move through. I replace the heavy air of fear with the light air of my peace. My child, there are burdens you never meant to carry, expectations heavier than your shoulders were built to hold. As you sleep, I gently loosen those burdens. I untie the ropes that have held you to impossible standards. I speak value over you that is not based on performance, but on my unchanging love. I also speak to the deep patterns inside you, the ones formed long ago, the reactions that seem automatic, the habits that hurt you and others. In the night my spirit begins the slow and loving work of reshaping your inner pathways. I lay new tracks of grace, new ways of thinking, new directions for your heart. While you rest, I look at your future with hope, not with fear. I see every tomorrow that you cannot see. I see every challenge and every blessing, and I prepare you little by little. I build resilience in you. I anchor your identity deeper in my love so that when storms come you will not be uprooted. My child, understand this. You are not passive clay in the hands of a cold artist. You are a beloved soul in the arms of a living Lord. And as you sleep, I hold you not as an object but as a treasure. I shape you with respect, with gentleness, with great care, never forcing, never breaking what is fragile, but patiently restoring it. So as the night deepens and your body grows heavier with sleep, let your heart agree with what my spirit is doing. You can say in your soul, even if your lips do not move, Jesus, I let you work in me. Jesus, I allow your spirit to heal me. Jesus, I trust you in the silence of this night. These simple inner words open wide the doors for my grace. Now rest, my child, rest without guilt, rest without fear, rest without the need to control. For while you lie still, I am active. While you let go, I hold on. While you sleep, I stay awake. The Holy Spirit is working in you even now, turning your night into a quiet and holy place of transformation. My child, now I begin to speak to you about the gifts of my spirit. I do not come only to comfort you in the night. I also come to place treasures inside you, treasures that will help you walk through your days with new strength and new light. You often believe that you have nothing special to offer. You look at yourself and see only weakness, mistakes, and limits. But I see something very different. I see a heart that I chose. I see a life that I desire to fill with my own grace. I see a child who can carry my love into this world. I start with the gift of patience. My child, patience is not only the ability to wait, it is the grace to remain in peace while you wait. I know how hard it is for you when prayers seem unanswered, when time moves slowly, when doors stay closed, your heart becomes restless and your thoughts grow heavy. Tonight I place my hand over that restlessness. I speak calm into the place that wants everything to change right now. I give you patience as a quiet fire inside. It is not cold resignation. It is living trust. It is the strength to say, I will continue to walk, even when I do not see the full road ahead. I use every difficult day to deepen this gift in you. Each delay can become a classroom where you learn to lean more on me. Each closed door can become a chance to discover that my timing is different from yours, but never careless. I am never late. I am never absent. I am always working even when everything seems still. My child, I also pour out the gift of faith. You sometimes think faith is a feeling, a warm emotion that you either have or do not have. But faith is more than that. Faith is the decision to lean your weight on me, even when you feel nothing, even when your emotions are tired and dry. Faith grows in the dark places. It grows when you choose to say, I will trust you, Lord, even though I do not understand this season. It grows when you keep walking in my direction, even when your heart is full of questions. Faith is like a small light that refuses to go out, even when the wind is strong. I see the moments when you think your faith is too small to matter, but I tell you, even the smallest seed of faith has power when it is placed in my hands. You do not need to carry a mountain of faith. You only need to give me the little you have, and I will breathe on it until it grows. Now I speak to you about the gift of wisdom, not human wisdom that is proud and cold, but heavenly wisdom that is pure and gentle. I know how many choices you face, how many paths cross in front of you, how often you fear making the wrong decision and losing what you value. My spirit desires to walk with you in every choice. I can guide you step by step. I can teach you to ask, what brings life, what reflects love, what nurtures peace, instead of only asking, what is easy? What is quick? What will make people like me? Wisdom lifts your eyes above fear and helps you see from my perspective. I give you wisdom to recognize what is harmful and to move away. I give you wisdom to see what is good and to embrace it. I give you wisdom to understand that not every open door is from me and not every closed door is rejection. Sometimes I close what would hurt you and I open what will grow you slowly and safely. My child, I also pour out the gift of understanding. There are mysteries that your mind cannot fully explain. Why some things happened. Why some prayers did not receive the answer you hoped for. Why some people left. Why some pains remained for a time. These things can make your heart feel confused. Understanding does not always mean knowing every reason. Many reasons belong to my hidden wisdom. Understanding is often the grace to see that even in what you do not explain, I am still present, still weaving good out of broken threads. Still transforming what the enemy meant for harm into a place where my love will shine. When you look back in time, you may begin to see small traces of my hand in places where you once saw only chaos. You notice that a loss led you toward a new path, that a closed door protected you from deeper harm, that a delay taught you compassion for others who also waited. This is my understanding slowly rising in your heart. I give you another precious gift, the gift of humility. Humility is not humiliation. It is not thinking that you are worthless. Humility is the clear vision that without me you are limited. But with me you can walk through what once seemed impossible. Humility keeps your heart soft and open to my guidance. When you are humble, you do not need to pretend to be strong all the time. You can admit your weakness. You can ask for help. You can learn. You can grow. Pride closes the door to my spirit. Humility opens it wide. And I love to fill a humble heart. I love to rest in a soul that knows it needs me. My child, I do not pour my gifts into you so that you can feel superior to others. I give them so that you may serve, comfort, and love. Your life is called to be a channel, not a closed container. What you receive from me is meant to flow through you to the world around you, in small ways and in large ways. You have met people who are hurting, who cannot sleep, who feel alone, who are afraid. Remember how it feels to be in pain. Let that memory teach you tenderness. The healing I work in you tonight is not only for you, it is also a preparation, so that one day you can sit beside another tired soul and say, I understand, and there is hope. The peace that I place in your heart now can become a refuge for others. Your calm presence can become a shelter for someone in storm. The words I whisper to you in the night can become gentle phrases that you offer to a friend, a family member, a stranger who stands at the edge of despair. My gifts are not loud. They do not always look dramatic. Often they appear in very simple moments. When you choose kindness instead of harshness. When you choose to listen instead of judge. When you choose to forgive instead of hold on to bitterness. In these choices my spirit is at work through you. My child, I am making you into a vessel of my love. This means that your wounds will not be wasted. The comfort you receive from me now will become comfort that you can give. The darkness I lead you through will become a story of light for others. The tears you cry in my presence will water seeds of mercy in your heart. Do not think that you must be perfect before I use you. I work through imperfect people whose hearts are willing. Even in your weakness my strength can shine. Even in your confusion my faithfulness can be seen. I do not wait for you to become flawless. I begin to walk with you now, exactly as you are. The more you let my spirit fill you, the more your life becomes like a lamp in a window, quietly shining. Some will see that light and find courage to keep going. Some will feel less alone without knowing why. Some will ask where this peace comes from, and your very being will answer, it comes from Jesus who lives in me. You may think your daily life is ordinary, but with my spirit inside you, no moment is truly small. A smile, a word, a silent prayer for someone, a choice to act with honesty when no one is watching. All of these become ways that my gifts move through you into the world. My child, I also invite you to walk in communion with me, not only during this holy night, but in every step of your journey. Communion means shared life. It means you do not carry your thoughts alone. You do not make decisions alone. You do not suffer alone. You bring everything to me and allow me to share it with you. In the morning when you wake up, you can whisper in your heart, "Stay with me, Lord," and I will stay. During your tasks, you can lift your thoughts to me for a moment and ask for wisdom, and I will give it. In your sadness, you can tell me your pain without hiding, and I will embrace you. This is how you walk with my spirit, one small moment at a time. As you keep company with me, my gifts in you will grow naturally. You will notice that patience appears where anger used to rise quickly, that faith returns where despair once ruled, that wisdom speaks softly where confusion once shouted. This growth is not forced. It is the fruit of my presence in you. My child, tonight as you lie in my arms, know this: you are not empty, you are being filled. You are not useless, you are being prepared. You are not forgotten, you are being chosen again and again. My Spirit pours gifts into you that will shape your days, guide your steps, and touch the lives of many others. So rest now in this truth: you are a vessel of my love, a temple of my Spirit, a small light in a world that often feels dark, and as you sleep, I will continue to place within you everything you need: patience for the waiting, faith for the unknown, wisdom for the path, humility for the journey, and love is the song that your whole life will one day sing. My child, now I turn your heart toward the morning that will come. Even while the night is still around you, I am already thinking of the new light that will touch your face. I am already preparing the next steps of your journey. I am already dreaming over your life with love and hope. You often wake up carrying yesterday inside you. The worries of the past day climb into the new day with you. The old thoughts come back as soon as you open your eyes, and you feel as if nothing has truly changed. But tonight my Spirit is working so that when dawn arrives, something inside you will be different, softer, lighter, more at peace. I desire that you do not wake only with a rested body, but also with a renewed heart. I want the first breath of the morning to be a quiet sign of new beginning in you. Even if your circumstances are the same, your soul can rise in a different posture, less afraid, more trusting, more aware that I am with you. My child, your mornings matter to me, your first thoughts matter to me. The way you open your eyes and step into the day is not unnoticed in heaven. I want to meet you in that early hour, in that first light, when the world is still waking up and your heart is still delicate from the night. When you wake, remember that you did not keep yourself alive through the night. You did not hold your own heart to make it beat. You did not guard your own soul in the darkness. It was my Spirit who watched, who protected, who healed, who whispered over you while you slept. And the fact that you see a new morning is already a testimony that my hand is on your life. I want you to see each new day not as a burden to survive, but as a gift to receive. A new canvas where my love can be drawn in small, simple strokes. A new page where my grace can write quiet miracles between ordinary lines. A new chance to walk a little closer with me than yesterday. My child, you often look at your day as a list of tasks and expectations, things you must do, people you must answer, problems you must solve, and your heart grows heavy before the day even begins. But I invite you to see your day differently, to see it as a path where my Spirit walks with you step by step. When your feet touch the floor, think in your heart, I am not walking alone. When you wash your face, remember that I also refresh your soul. When you dress for the day, remember that I also clothe you with my presence. When you open the door to go out, know that I am already there, waiting to walk with you. You do not need to divide your life into holy moments and ordinary moments. All moments can become holy when they are lived with me, washing dishes, working at your job, listening to someone, traveling from one place to another, resting for a while. All can be places where my spirit breathes gently through you. I call your body a temple of my spirit. This means that wherever you go, my presence goes. You do not need to look for me in distant places. I live in you. I walk in you. I move through your thoughts, your words, your small actions. Every part of your daily life can become a quiet altar of worship when it is offered to me. My child, do not despise the simplicity of your days. You may think that your life is too small to matter, too ordinary to be holy, but I see your life from heaven and I am pleased to dwell in it. I do not need great stages or grand buildings. I look for hearts that are willing, hearts that say, Lord, be with me today. I invite you to begin your mornings with a small offering. It does not need to be long or complicated. A simple thought spoken inside you, such as Jesus, stay with me, or Jesus, I give you this day, is enough to open wide the door of your heart. My spirit hears that small invitation and responds with joy. Throughout the day, you will meet moments that test your peace, words that hurt, situations that stress you, unexpected changes that confuse you. In those moments, remember what we shared in the night. Remember the healing that has begun in you. Remember that you can pause, breathe, and call on my name, even in silence. You do not need to be perfect to walk with me. You will still feel weakness. You will still make mistakes. You will still have thoughts that trouble you. But now you know that you are not alone inside those struggles. My spirit is with you, ready to comfort, correct, and lift you again without condemnation. My child, your story does not end with the night of prayer. It continues in the way you live, in the way you speak, in the way you treat yourself and others. The healing you receive becomes the gentleness you show. The comfort you receive becomes the patience you offer. The peace you receive becomes the calm shelter you bring into tense situations. I do not want you to wake up and forget what I have done in the silent hours, so I will remind you, through small moments of calm, through sudden memories of these words, through inner strength that appears in you when you face something hard, and you will realize, this strength is not mine alone, it is Christ living in me. You may face days when old fears return, when pain seems to wake up with you, when thoughts are heavy again. Do not think that the work of my spirit has failed. Healing is often a journey, not a straight line, and I walk that journey with you without impatience, without hurry, without giving up on you. In those harder mornings, instead of saying, nothing has changed, say in your heart, Lord, keep working in me. Instead of closing yourself in shame, open yourself again in trust. Instead of running away from my presence because you feel weak, run toward me precisely because you are weak, for I am your strength. My child, I want to teach you to speak to yourself with the same tenderness that I use when I speak to you. Many times you are harsh with your own soul. You push yourself. You accuse yourself. You call yourself names that I would never call you, and your heart shrinks under that hard voice. Listen to how I speak over you. I call you beloved. I call you my child. I call you precious. I call you chosen. I call you the one I delight to heal and to hold. Let my words become a new language inside you, so that slowly your own voice toward yourself will begin to sound more like mine, gentle, honest, but always full of hope. You are invited to live as a temple of my presence. This does not mean you will be serious and heavy all the time. On the contrary, my presence brings joy, tenderness, beauty, and peace. It gives you the freedom to smile again, to notice simple gifts again, to be grateful for small things like light, air, and the kindness of others. My child, sometimes you ask in your soul what my will is for your life. You imagine big missions in distant places, and sometimes my will can include those things. But very often my will begins with simple faithfulness, to love where you are, to be honest where you work, to be present with the people I have already placed around you. The world will not always see you. People may not recognize what I am doing in you. They may not know how deep your battles have been, how long your nights have felt, how precious this peace is that you are slowly receiving. But I see. I celebrate every small step, every small act of trust, every small decision to keep going. I want your life to become a quiet song of worship, not only in words you sing, but in the way you live. When you forgive someone who hurt you, that is worship. When you choose truth instead of lies, that is worship. When you take time to rest and care for your soul in my presence, that is worship. When you show kindness to someone who offers you nothing in return, that is worship. You may think that worship happens only in loud places with music and many voices, but my child, some of the most beautiful songs rise from hearts that whisper to me in kitchens, in buses, in workplaces, in lonely rooms, in hospital beds. The simple sentence, "Jesus, I love you," spoken in the middle of a hard day, is a powerful song in my ears. I know that the world around you is often noisy and fast, full of pressure and distraction. This is why I want to make your heart a small sanctuary that you can return to at any time, a place inside you where my spirit is always present, where you can pause for a few breaths and remember that you are held. When you feel overwhelmed, you can close your eyes for a moment, even in a busy place, and breathe my name inside your heart, Jesus, and I will meet you there. I will touch your mind with calm. I will steady your emotions. I will give you enough grace for the next step. Not for the whole journey at once, but for the next step you need to take. My child, you do not carry tomorrow yet. You only carry today. And even today you do not carry alone. My shoulders are under your burdens. My hands are around your worries. My spirit is within your very breath. You are supported from every side. You are never walking unaccompanied. At the end of each day, when you return again to your bed, remember that what we began tonight can be repeated, not as a rigid routine, but as a living relationship. You can lie down and say, "Lord, here I am again," and I will answer, "My child, I am here. Let us walk once more through the night together." With time, you will notice that your nights are less filled with fear, that your mornings start with more peace, that your days carry more gentleness. This is the fruit of my spirit growing within you, sometimes slowly, sometimes in ways you do not notice immediately. but always faithfully. My child, I promise you this. I will not leave you. I will not grow tired of you. I will not forget the work I have started in you. What I begin, I finish. What I touch, I transform. What I hold, I keep. And you are one whom I hold close to my heart. So now, as this night continues and your body becomes heavy with sleep, rest in this truth. You are mine. You are loved. You are protected. You are being healed. You are being renewed. You are being prepared for the days ahead. You are not walking toward an empty future. You are walking with me. Sleep, my child, under the shelter of my presence. Sleep knowing that my spirit is near. Sleep knowing that every breath is a small gift of grace. And when the morning comes, rise slowly, with a grateful heart, and whisper once more inside you, Jesus, stay with me today. And I will stay, for I am your help. I am your rest. I am your light, and I am your God forever and ever.